The crazy world of unhinged fan bases.
If I've learned anything in my 57 years on this planet, is to make sure that I never interact with people who share the same interests as me ever. I started life day one on hard.
That's facts, bro. That is so true. The community of like shit that you enjoy is the worst shit ever. I love Persona. The average Persona fan is a pedophile. It was a Persona 5 Royal TwitterCon, and they were talking about like if they were asking if Akechi and Joker had gay sex. Them niggas are in high school. What are we talking about? Can we focus on the story? I hate how every time a new trendy anime comes, people make porn of it. Nowadays, at least modern day, animators make the porn themselves. The real shit. What's that shit called? Don. The first episode, a girl was gonna get probed and in the butt. Like, what the The animators do it themselves, bro, because they know who watches anime. I don't know their name, but Senpai-san. Oh, you're so kawaii. Oh, your butt's so fat. Your opais. Your opais. There's sexual assault in every episode of Don. When I was in LA with Goyard, right? I saw Goyard. I was talking to Mooney on the phone. Then I come out the room and see Goyard watching Don. Literally, I see the main character in the bed just like this. In the main character, just like it. Literally locked. Help! Literally about to get by aliens. Literally gonna get by aliens. And she looked young as too. That shit made me mad. I was like, hey, yo, there's only weird shit for the first 2 episodes. What? That's more than enough for me. There's 12 episodes in like the average anime season. 2 of them are weird. Nigga, that's like 20% of the show.
Hard mode, because I was born as a Sonic fan, which as we all know is on the Mount Rushmore of dog shit fan bases.
Yeah, what y'all boys know about Sonic inflation? I ain't talking the economy, bitch. Sorry.
Like many 2000s kids.
That was a joke. I'd seen it on Twitter. That shit's gross.
Absent parents, Sonic was literally my entire personality for like a solid.
There was a Persona fan that wanted to fuck Morgana the cat. Looking cool, Joker! Joker. I'm sorry, what am I doing? Chris Chan is a weird Sonic fan. All Sonic fans are weird. If you're a Sonic fan, there's like a 96% chance you're wildly autistic.
Third of my entire life. Like, you bet your ass that I used to unironically run with my arms behind my back, so every PE class was a free cringe
That's Naruto running though.
Compilation for the rest of my entire cohort. But while I'm used to the Sonic fan base being as collectively depressed and miserable as your average Spider-Man fan, it's not the people that don't like Sonic that you have to worry about here. It's the ones that like him maybe a little too much. Like, you know, the people that pepper spray random GameStop employees and send Sega hostage execution photos of their plushies, or because they made Sonic's arms blue.
We know who that is. We know who that is. Ghetto. And guess what Chris Chan was? Sonic fan.
Hey, one time. And the fact that you can Google literally any name with the Hedgehog and get your own private army of shitty deviants.
That's me! Wait, that's... Oh my god, I'm a hedgehog. Guys, I've been holding this secret. In so long. Chaos Control! Sorry.
In art recolors. And as a kid who just wanted to engage in lighthearted discussion about which Sonic character was the biggest baddie in the trenches of Amino, every single time I just wanted to Google, like, I don't know.
Every time I hear Sonic, I think of this.
You're not even good enough to be my fake. I'm the ultimate life form. Huh, we'll see about that, faker. Bring it on! Hey, you're not bad for a faker. And you're pretty cute. What do you mean by that? Sonic! Oh, yeah. Knuckles! Hey there, Sonic. Oh, yeah. I love you, too.
I don't get my mind blown often. That blew my mind. Wow. Can we just watch the nigga run fast? Zoom! Niggas is worried about the speed that he could fuck Knuckles in the ass. Knuckles! Chaos Control! Sorry.
Amy or Knuckles, I had to mentally censor like half the search result to shield myself from all of the swollen bellies and pregnant toilet fan art. Because Sonic fans are some of the most creative and talented people on the entire planet, and they use that power to make so much goddamn porn. And after a while, having a fan base this unhinged literally tanked the reputation of the entire series.
It's been a minute 30. This is a great video.
Series for years, to a point where it took like $1 billion at the box office for it to like now be safe to publicly admit.
I'm about to click on this video. I'm about to click on it. What's going on? What's up with this? This is the Sonic movie. Yo, Mikey, let's watch it. This is what's happening on the big screen. Huh? Blu-ray 3D? Hell no!
You like Sonic again. But like this kind of shit makes a genuine impact on how much people want to engage with things. Like I don't know what the fuck Homestuck is, but like after all the shit I've heard about its deranged fan base, I don't want to go near this shit. But you know, it took getting older and venturing outside the confines of the Sonic Google Plus pages to realize that maybe it wasn't that bad being exposed to fetish art of Sonic's toes on a daily.
Oh, hold on. I almost forgot.
What you looking at, cutie? You want to rub my feet?
How quaint!
They're so stinky. But I guess I wouldn't mind if you
Lick them too.
I'm gonna have so much fun with you. What are you waiting for? Better show me a good time, or I'm gonna step on ya. That's right.
I'll grind your face on the pavement.
That's a good boy.
Basis when you've got anime fans who have bi-weekly meetups over which high school student they're more attracted to, or the Star Wars fandom whose scheduled activities include competitive racism and bullying actors off of social media. If you were just going off of like Twitter and YouTube, Star Wars fans would come off as the most perpetually pissed off collection of people on the entire planet. And now because you got Disney like milking the shit.
I'm sorry, I don't really know much about Star Wars. How many of y'all are Star Wars fans, bro? I never really got into Star Wars because they be talking about like, hey, how do I watch Star Wars? You can't watch any of the new shit, right? You gotta watch the old shit, right? But to watch the old shit, you gotta watch it out of order and this whole thing. It's like, this shit's more confusing than watching some fucking One Piece. That shit's trash, bro. That's why I can never get into that shit, bro. Never watched, never played, never will. Look so ass. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just too much for me, bro. Cause like, I just know that Luke Skywalker, what's the nigga name? Death Walker? What's the nigga with the voice? King Vader? What's his name? The nigga with the mask. I am your father. Who's that? Darth Vader? I thought it was Dark Vader. Oh, I mean, okay, Darth Vader. Yeah, I just know he's that Luke Skywalker dad, some shit like that. The only thing I know about him is apparently he lost a bad bitch and he started killing niggas. And to be honest with you, I do the same thing. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Shit out of the brand and dropping a new Disney Plus show every week. The rest of the internet has to hear on a daily basis about how much these guys hate women and any person of color. And
I might have to join the Star Wars film.
Also, this guy doing a spin in the Boba Fett show. Which is funny because the creator, George Lucas, has publicly stated many times that he made them as movies for 12-year-olds. I'm not even like making fun of anyone. He like literally said that.
You know, it's hard for people to realize, and I'm not supposed to say this, and I wasn't supposed to say it then, but, you know, it's a film for 12-year-olds.
And look, I don't have to sit here and tell you that not everyone is like this, and there's good people in every fan base, okay? You know that, I know that, George probably doesn't know that, but I went to the Revenge of the Sith screening last week and was prepared for a Minecraft movie experience where I'd have to inhale the stench of the one collective shower of the entire audience. But no, it was fine. People were actually super respectful, except for my friend, who kept calling General Grievous General Chungus. But when you think of fan bases like these, you're not thinking of the normal people. You're thinking of the person who bathed in a bath full of Sharpie to try and bleach their skin for a cosplay. Seriously.
Oh, yo, the internet is so scary.
What the fuck is Homestuck about, man? I'm sure there's a ton of super creative and passionate Star Wars fans out there somewhere, but I never get to hear from them because they're drowned out by all of these loud-ass hate grift channels that are angry literally all of the time and treat The Last Jedi like it was their Pearl Harbor.
Fuck this movie, eat my ass, and suck every hair off my balls.
Anyway, you can't talk about toxic fandoms without bringing up music fans, which I'm only going to get into really quickly because I just feel like I don't have enough death threats in my Twitter DMs right now. It's really easy to point and laugh at people who have like celebrity obsession.
You can get ink poison. You can get poisoned by ink. Really? If you write with a pen, how don't you die? Kanye and Taylor fans? No, I don't think there's Kanye West fans anymore, bro. But Taylor Swift fans, hell yeah. You could literally just have the opinion, I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift, and then your address will be posted on Twitter in literally 3 seconds. Taylor Swift was like good 2010 music. It was good in 2010. Bitch, we're in 2025. The fuck I'm still listening to, oh, Romeo, take me somewhere we could be alone. Like, she's still, I say this all the time when I talk about Taylor Swift. She's still thinking about the same heartbreaks she had in middle school. You're 40 years old. You're damn near married. You're married to an NFL player. Nigga, like, shut up. Still talking about heartbreak. Bitch, you're lying. Now she cap rapping. Music's supposed to be about what you feeling. She be getting more screen time than literally 95% of the NFL. I got stabbed with a sharpener blade because I said Taylor be having too much snot come out her nose. Yeah, and that's too much. What did you say? Ding, ding. They try to get you like Tory Lanez. Sorry.
When it's not something you've experienced personally. Like, I'm never gonna understand why people were losing their shit over the Beatles in the 60s, and then again in 2010 with a slightly hotter version of the Beatles. Like, sure, I wish Markiplier was my friend, but you're never gonna catch me waiting like 12 days in line for the privilege of blowing like...
Heartbroken on the 6-minute flight between her backyard and Walmart. Yeah, you seen that? She uses planes how we use cars. Isn't that funny, bro? Rich people shit. It literally costs like $55,000 to like even operate that shit, so she rich.
$1,000 on a ticket to a concert I can't even hear because everyone is screaming the entire goddamn time. But I can't imagine how fucking terrifying it must be being a celebrity with a fan base like this, where you're at constant risk of people yoinking your hair and amassing like...
Whoa, what the fuck?
An extensive archive of pictures of your toes. But there's two things in life that genuinely scare the shit out of me, and that's kidney stones and Taylor Swift. Swifties, or their scientific terms, fucking psychopaths, is a fan base whose activities include perpetually crying and communal...
do you see people who be crying over Taylor Swift? The thing with Taylor Swift and about her like lyrics is that I can understand she's going into like depth, talking about like, you know, the emotional trauma, like, you know, like the world. I can understand if her music was world building. It's like, you broke my heart, you take me for a fool, but now I'm rich and cool, like that. That's all. I swear to God, Taylor Swift will say some shit like that. It's like she won't even. It's like she will talk about like the idea of a heartbreak, not even like I felt like worthless. I felt worthless. I felt bad. Like she just talk about you broke my heart. It wasn't really good, but now I'm rich, like I should. Like nigga, it's not good. She doesn't really go in depth about the heartbreak. She just talks about heartbreak in general. It's boring. Last time I listened to Taylor Swift was in 2024. So let's see. Let's see if she's better now. The Tortured Poets Department. Okay, Taylor. Okay. Tortured Poet? Look at these views. But daddy, I love them. Shit, oh my God. This is just fucking, oh my God. Is that Post Malone? That nigga came back from country, bro. Oh my God. Taylor Swift, that just makes A&M music, bro. Shout out Post Malone. Crying and going through emotional suffering while laid back getting a tan on a cool summer breeze at a beach. Yeah. You wouldn't understand the hell that raised me. Okay, Taylor. Yeah, anyway, nigga, I just said that my address is on Twitter literally right now.
Drinking the blood of her 27 exes. And like, I like Taylor Swift, okay? Like, it's not my favorite music in the world, but like, I got no beef with her personally, okay? And it's not them like forming a ritualistic summoning circle at the bottom of the cinema at the Eras tour concert that's the problem, okay? Because that shit's funny as hell. It's the fact that they can be as dedicated to draining their life savings on expensive ass merch as they are hunting down anyone that so much as makes a joke about their Lord and Savior. Because when animation YouTuber Meat Canyon made a Taylor Swift video last year, they reacted as any normal people would by sending him actual witch curses on Twitter.
Oh my God, this is so, like, this is crazy, bro. And it's like, what the you see how they made like the instead of an E it's a 3 and instead of an O it's a 0? Bitch ass nigga, you just cursed my family. It's like, what the it's like you're trying to make a PG-13 curse. What the fuck? A PG-13 hex? Bitch, I wish you would. You literally love these like idols more than you love yourself. I'm gonna say that one more time because there's probably someone who just watched the video and felt that. You love these idols more than you love yourself.
Because that's like a completely normal thing to do, which is part of what they call Tay Voodoo, which is...
That's not real.
It's an actual thing, apparently, by the way, where some of her most obsessed fans like to pretend that anyone who wrongs her ends up with like this Taylor Swift-induced karma. It's all a part of like some cosmic plan, as if she's like fucking Palpatine or some shit. So if my mutilated corpse washes up on a beach after this video, it wasn't the Sonic fans that did it, alright? I'm just saying. Here's an article about someone who got sent death threats, was doxxed, and then was accused of being a Minecraft YouTuber after he dared to criticize Taylor's Eras tour like one time, dude. Like, these people scared after he dared to criticize...
Why don't you just die with your children? I will buy a gun tomorrow, then shoot you all in the head. You don't even care about yourself that much. Yo, when you're like a person of influence, you are dead ass immortal. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest with you, Taylor Swift could literally kill a whole orphanage and blow that shit up. And literally there will still be people screaming free Taylor. I was gonna say she could go to Ghana and kill everybody, but they'll probably give her a fucking Nobel Peace Prize if she do that. But she can literally Thanos snap half the population away and niggas will still like stan her. Would you rather be against Taylor Swift call or associate with Kanye West? To be honest with you, I'd rather associate with Kanye West. If you say I don't like Taylor Swift, you are literally in danger. If you say you don't like Taylor Swift, you are literally in fucking danger. Some of them glorify her more than God. Literally, bro. Like, y'all don't got a single copy of the Bible, but y'all got fucking 20 issues of her merch.
Taylor's Eras tour like one time, dude. Like, these people scare the shit out of me. I think Taylor Swift fans would actually kill a person. Imagine like mid-concert, she just singled someone out and went like, do it. I think they would. I think they fucking eat that guy. And I don't even want to bring up like K-pop fans, okay? I would feel safer in a room with fucking John Wayne Gacy than a 16 to 25-year-old who likes BTS. But honestly, like, these guys are pretty easy to ignore as long as you just avoid mentioning the Exalted One, unlike sports fans, which I've had to put up with against my will for my entire life.
Oh my damn, nigga! Yo, does he have money on this game? Oh my god, why you bully him like that?
The Exalted One, unlike sports fans, which
that nigga gotta work for the other team or some shit.
Had to put up with against my will for my entire life because I live in Australia and half of every conversation I've ever had is being asked what team I barrack for before they start verbally and physically abusing the nearest TV and or umpire. But again, I don't have a problem if F1 fans want to drop like most people's quarterly rent to watch cars go around in a circle. If that's what you're into, dude, then hell yeah, okay? I love that. But for some reason, there is a direct connection between how cute and wholesome a show is and how much you should never talk to anyone that watches it. Like The Loud House, a show on Nickelodeon about it.
You don't want to, I'm telling you, Loud House and Bluey fans, bro, y'all niggas all need to be in jail. Every single one. Yo, can I be honest with you, bro? I swear on my mother's life, yo, no, like, let's say like 3 years ago, nobody gave a single fuck about F1. I swear all these fans just popped up overnight. Nobody gave a rat's ass about, at least for me, nobody gave a fuck about F1. I started talking to more people, they're like, oh, I love F1. Bitch, since when? Since when? Nobody cared about that shit. I heard one person talk about it, then I heard the next. Nobody gave a single fuck about it.
A kid and his massive family of underage sisters and parents who need to get a hobby. The single longest piece of text in human history is a 16 million word long Loud House fanfic written by a 30-year-old man. In human history is underage sisters and parents who need to get a hobby. The single longest piece of text in human history is a 16 million word long Loud House fanfic written by a 30-year-old man role-playing his preteen self-insert Loud House OC, which is not even that bad if you saw some of the shit that they
16 million word fan fiction. I'm not gonna lie, I always felt weird about fan fictions because I literally had a bunch written about me literally when I was a kid. How do you niggas feel about fan fictions? I mean, for me, I told this story already. How about like literally niggas was writing a gay fan fiction about me and my best friend because we were just so tight. Like there's AMP fan fiction now. Like what the fuck? What Agent Davis in the ass? Yo, porn don't rot my brain then write the fucking Duke Dennis fanfic. I literally have a fan fiction that somebody wrote of me, literally where they ate my ass, where they literally ate my fucking. I sat in the couch reading as Mikey walked out of the bathroom. He had just finished taking a shower and had a single towel wrapped around the lower half of him, which stopped right below his knees. He tried to walk as quickly to his room before I could see him exposed, but it was too late. I'm gonna get to the juicy part. Mikey met me halfway, my hand now caressing his bare arm and shoulder, raising goosebumps on his exposed skin. We locked eyes, and as the air became more and more intense, he just leaned in to kiss me. That was a girl, by the way. Oh, at least that one was straight, I guess. But like, that's just like, wow, you really just did that.
They make fan art of, which is just one of the many reasons why the Loud House fandom has a reputation for having a higher concentration of predators than the entirety of Epstein Island. Hazbin Hotel has only been around for a few years, and its fan base has already peaked when a YouTuber spent $50,000 of his own money commissioning a 3-minute long Gooner AMV of his self-insert character being seduced by Charlie. There's a Russian cult based on the mouse from Chip and Dale, okay? Every fan base has that one incident that we just do not talk about. And like most of these are obscure enough to stay within the fandom they came from, so you just have all this crazy shit going on that you'd like never know about if you're not like a chronically online Tumblr user. Like bronies have been copping shit for decades for being a larger portion of the My Little Pony fan base than the 6-year-old girls is meant to be selling toys to. And like, I'm sure most of them are absolutely lovely people, but all it took was one guy to ruin every single trip to Kmart, because now every time I see a jar, you got me acting like that one dude in Akira. But I'm sure no one's surprised that most of these insane ass fan bases come from the scariest site on the internet that isn't 4chan, Tumblr. I've never used Tumblr in my entire life, but the impression I've gotten from it over the years is that it's basically like digital Arkham Asylum for violently horny high school girls who will sexualize literally anything in a suit or top.
Are you, nigga, y'all wanna fuck a clock? You wanna have sex with a look at the right.
For violently horny high school girls who will sexualize.
What the what, do you want the hour handle in your pussy? I don't know if you know this, but I'm learning myself, but every time Taylor has a tour, people just die. Second Taylor Swift fan dies after being fatally stabbed before air tour show. People take up hitman jobs to afford the tickets, bro, because them shits is like $2,000. Them shits is like 2 racks, nigga. They go into that tour one way or another. They see those go, they sacrificing. Yeah, bro. they killing their firstborn children to go to that Taylor Swift concert. They fucking slitting the ghost's neck and pouring it all over a pentagram, bro, just to go to this concert.
Literally anything in a suit or top hat that looks like it breathes. They made an entire fandom around the Onceler. You know, the guy from the fucking Illumination Lorax movie, who then eventually birthed a phenomenon known as the Tumblr sexy man. Now, as far as I know, the scriptures aren't like specific on what makes one eligible for such a prestigious honor. Like, generally their only requirements is to either be dripped the fuck out and probably canonically responsible for the deaths of thousands of people, like Sans, Undertale, Alistair from Has Been Hotel, and Waluigi, apparently. And they held a tournament a few years back to decide the ultimate Tumblr sexy man, with the finals being between Sans Undertale and Reagan from Mob Psycho 100.
Get a fucking job. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm saying that slur, I'm saying that J-word slur. Get a fucking job. You are not normal. Brother Shai said it. I'm not gonna say sorry either. Why can't we just enjoy things without trying to put our penises inside of them? I was too stunned to speak, but like the brony shit? What is that? The whole, like, My Little Pony fan base is literally a bunch of 30-year-olds. It's not meant for you. You're a grown man. Start a family. They want to gatekeep My Little Pony all to themselves. You got it, bro. The fuck? Now the Gooners are getting the Roblox. Yeah, the Roblox is already infested, bro. Like, real shit. I'm sure there's someone on my, there's probably someone on my friends list that has some weird, sexy-ass avatar, which is so fucking creepy, bro. What's up? What Mooney got on? What the fuck is... Why is this in Roblox? Why is this in Roblox?
In a battle so powerful that it definitely wasn't a coincidence that the Queen of England died immediately after later that day. But Tumblr is also the birthplace of a greater threat to humanity than disease or climate change: shippers. People whose sole purpose on this earth is dedicated to arguing over fictional characters banging.
Hey, yo, those were 2 niggas.
Each other. And I mean, like, I kind of get it, because like half the appeal of shit like Twilight and the Hunger Games is which pair you were behind. You know, of course mine was Katniss and Peter, because their ship name is Penis, and that's hilarious. But you think of a pairing of any fictional characters, and I guarantee you that they have their own army of affection style fans. Like, there's a fake My Hero Academia video of Deku kissing Bakugo that has 28 million views, and I live in constant fear that the entirety of Australia is outnumbered by Baku-Deku shippers. And just to clarify, right, shipping on its own is not a problem, okay? I love seeing hot men making out with each other as much as the next guy, okay?
Oh, yo, what's happening right now? Yo, this just kind of, yo, hey, this might count.
But there are people who are willing to lay down their goddamn lives to verbally fight to the death for their favorite yaoi pairing. Voltron Legendary Defender had a reputation hijacked by its insane shipper fanbase who spent like... Legendary Defender had its entire reputation hijacked by its insane shipper fanbase who spent like more time threatening the lives of the VAs and their families than actually watching the show. There was a time when they made the mistake of letting some of the fans leave their houses for the first time for a visit to the production studio, where someone accidentally leaked a bunch of photos of unreleased production material, and then, you know, when the studio asked very nicely for people to take them down because it was getting them into a shit ton of legal trouble, their replies were flooded by shippers trying to blackmail them into making their ship canon. I mean, apparently it was mainly like one guy, but stupid. I just love the idea that they think the animation team are the people that write the fucking show. There's this urban legend about someone who put like glass into cupcakes and gave it to the crew. And you know, while there's no proof that that actually happened, the fact that so many people think it's true tells you that these guys need to stop talking about fucking sheath and clans and need to start talking to a psychiatrist. But you know what? It could be worse, okay? At least they're not real people, alright? That'd be way too far. Larrys are shipping conspiracy theorists who believe that former One Direction bandmates Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson had or are still having a long-term and secret romantic relationship, says Wikipedia on their actual real-life page about One Direction shippers that's longer than their fucking coverage of both world wars. I grew up during a time when like a solid 80% of the Markiplier fan base was only there to ship him with his...
I think I might start this video. This shit's kind of getting me really uncomfortable. Why are you trying to force this narrative that people are just having gay love? Like, for what? Who is that for? Let's say even if they were, let's say like, what is that, Larry? Let's say they were gay loving each other. Why is it any of your concern? I'm gonna assume this is like porn for porn reasons, right? Why are you jacking off to another nigga being in love? Is that not the loneliest shit ever to you? You are horny of the fact that other people have found a relationship. Where's your relationship? You have some form of cup kink? Yeah, that's so weird. It's not even about one person feels like that. 2.1 million people feel the exact same way. Oh, that's so hot. Oh my God, they're so kawaii. And I'm like, what's up with you, nigga?
Actual real life friend Jacksepticeye. Like, imagine how weird it would be being friends with someone knowing that like a bunch of 13-year-olds on the internet keep drawing you raw dogging the shit out of each other. And you know, you think the obvious answer as to why this happens is kids, right? Because just like the seat behind me when I'm already having the worst fight of my life, kids just find a way to show up everywhere you don't want them to. Because every single day of my life, I'm regularly at risk of being exposed to a minor's opinion online. Because anytime I see a tweet that pisses me off, I don't even have to look to know that it's from someone with a number below 20 in their bio. I remember a while back while I was looking shit up for a video, I accidentally found out that there was a Slender Man fandom on Tumblr. You know, that old ass creepypasta from like 2012 with the pages and PewDiePie and shit, who made up like a whole Slender Man family filled with quirky characters like Trender Man, Splendor Man, and Sexual Offender Man.
Are you Oh, he's not joking. Are you... Yo, the world is ending. I'm being so dead ass. I'm not trying to be on some conspiracy theorist tinfoil hat shit. The world is ending. Like, you know, the birth rates are declining because nobody wants to have sex. They'd rather sexual offender men. Like, nobody. You would rather literally drop porn, jack off to that shit, and then be content at the end of the day than finding someone you love. I'm gonna just wait till God let us play GTA 6, then he can let those trumpets play. Yo, GTA gonna be at 99%, and after that you go hear no, wait, please, Jesus! This shit gonna be at 99%. People be talking about like romance is dead. It really is. People would rather interact with people in a form than in real life, which is so crazy. People like don't want to talk to each other no more, bro. They just want to talk about sexual offender men. Unlike Slender Man, offender men tends to target teenagers and adults. Occupation. Look at his occupation. Look at his occupation. This is why romance is literally dying. Look at his occupation. What the fuck is wrong with you? Not that there's one bad person. There's literally millions of y'all. Because there's probably people that live, probably hundreds of thousands of people that, oh my God, my favorite OC, sex offender man. A lot of people aren't likable anymore. Do you guys like people? Even though it's my job to like, I guess, talk and interact with people, I don't like people in this. Like, if I were to meet a new person, there's like an 85% chance I won't like you. And on the internet, IRL, they're weird. Because even in my IRL, there's people that want to get set on fire. Like, nigga, I'm telling y'all, I met a witch. I literally met a fucking witch. Person that fucking bruised you, whatever the I met a witch. You niggas are weird online, in person. You niggas are weird everywhere. Is it bad that I have more love for animals than humans for a while now? Not at all. Hell no, bro. The weirdest thing your dog gonna do is lick your face after it got done licking his nuts. If you talk to a human, it'll draw sex offender man. Let's say you meet a pretty girl or some shit. It'll just be some weird girl with a god complex, bro. Everybody has something wrong with them, bro. There was a girl who literally was like, she wanted to have sex with me. She said, "You're worthy of having sex with me?" Bitch, what are you talking about? I'm worthy? Like, what the am I King Arthur? What are you saying to me? Social media got y'all feeling like y'all someone y'all not. Thing Mikey got wrong is the birth defect called being black. No, not at all. I've met weird white, black, Middle Eastern, Hispanic. Like, nigga, it's everyone. It's not just it's not a race thing. It's just a people thing, bro.
Trade is a word that I cannot say on YouTube, as if that's like some quirky, cute thing to make a character out of. It was cooked.
Hold on, go back.
Cannot say on YouTube, as if that's like some quirky, cute thing to make a character
File and Zoophile.
out of.
Oh my god, my OC. How do you pay your bills? I work at the zoo. You're a zookeeper? Zookeeper. Wow. I'll be telling y'all, like, I don't have no friends, and also, like, I don't talk to women. It's not because I'm some weird social outcast loser. It's just I don't like people, because niggas are weird, bro. I'd rather protect my peace by being alone than rather just try to force myself into an interaction I don't want just to avoid being lonely. I'd rather be lonely every day of the week, to be honest with you, bro. Mikey, power, skills, immortality, seductive charm, tendrils, teleportation, stealth, spawning roses. And what is that, his calling card? A rose? If there's a rose at the crime scene, you know it's him. Oh my god, bro. This is so concerning, bro. I like telling life lessons in my video, bro. Real shit. Don't force yourselves to interact with people, bro. Cause like, look what they do. Look what the f they do.
It was cooked getting to watch in real time last year as the creator of the amazing digital circus realized that they'd cursed the internet with another uncontrollably horny fan base. I heard a story about like an Undertale fan who put actual needles in cookies that they then gave to a fan artist all because they were drawing a ship they didn't like. That is like actual attempted murder over a fictional game with a talking skeleton who's named after a font. So no, I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that there's unironically an adult Thomas the Tank Engine fandom, okay? You know, people like to bully Disney adults for having actual joy and whimsy in their lives. And like, if you want to call that cringe, go ahead, okay? But you know what else is cringe? Paying taxes, okay? Being an adult fucking sucks, and if cartoons for 8-year-old children gives you some brief joy in this horrible world, then go for it, king. And I'm not saying I'm any better, okay? I wrote a Transformers and My Little Pony fanfiction once. Batman shouldn't be able to get that info.
Oh, so this nigga was just, so this whole video, this nigga was just projecting.
Out of me, but I'm telling you anyway, because like any socially inept 14-year-old, I have literal terabytes of Bionicle fanfiction on my computer that I will be burning with creating for the remaining.
This nigga is so, yeah, he's part of the, oh god, was literally doing research on Tumblr. I've never been on that website ever, bro. One website that always like creeped me out and I'll never go on is DeviantArt, bro. Never in a million years. Y'all remember when niggas was shipping Mordecai and a pony? Yeah. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky is like shooting stars? Of course I do.
Remainder of my adult life. My friend and I co-wrote a Dragon Ball Z and Transformers fic that was 17 pages long. That was a spin-off of our then also ongoing separate DBZ and Transformers fics that were about 80 times longer than that. I have a file on my laptop called 5 Nights at Equestria that I'm too afraid to open, okay? I'm taking that one to my grave. We've all been like this at some point, okay? Whether it's-
No! Do not group me in with you! That nigga speaking French! He gotta be speaking French! We all done this at some point. No! I don't look at what Kick Butowski and say, what if Kick Butowski had sex with Liv and Maddie? No! That's weird! That's weird! No! We don't think like that.
Typing up a Shadow X Shrek Lemon fanfiction or making FNAF plush toy videos, as long as you're not literally trying to kill people or threaten their lives because two men didn't tongue fuck each other in a kid's show, I think what we've learned here today is that at least you're not a sports fan. I'm not gonna be checking my-
Isn't that so crazy, bro? It's better to be a fucking sans and I don't know, the genderless child. He'd rather you ship them than watch sports. On my mother's life, on my mom's life, on my life, on everybody in this chat's life, I'd rather be a sports fan. If I have to go on the internet and deal with somebody saying like, sex offender, man, you're tripping, bro. Beer, football, yeah, nigga, what the fuck do y'all have? Pedophilia? What would y'all rather have, beer and football or pedophilia and assault? I don't know. Who? My God, it's a Taylor Swift fan that came to curse us. What the fuck this nigga talking about? I think the internet just has a problem with just moving on. The big takeaway from that video is that the internet has a real bad problem with just moving the fuck on. It's okay to enjoy things. Let's say I was a kid watching My Little Pony. I shouldn't be dick riding it all the way till I'm 30. You could just appreciate it, like, oh my God, My Little Pony was a good show, but like being a brony and filling up a cum jar with it, we're gonna have to look at you like you're crazy. Why, bitch? Because you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.